after his death.
In the case like someone like Frank Gifford, who in his 50s, he was a public figure. He was exhibiting a fairly normal behavior, quite functional, and doing the broadcast that we all watched. But to have the symptoms in his 80s, that would not be unexpected, as dementia is a prevalent condition. And this is one of the challenges with CTE, is demonstrating that what is happening in these football players is happening over and above the type of dementia cases that you would see in any other individual.
While the link between tau, CTE, and concussions is still not clear, the NFL's Mild Traumatic Brain Injury Committee, led by former Jets Dr. Elliot Pellman, denied the impact of concussions on his players for years. Now disbanded and reintroduced as the Head, Neck, and Spine Committee in 2010, the NFL has finally acknowledged that concussions can change lives.
In the past, what we considered a player just getting dinged, for example, and the thought was, hey, this is just a normal part of the sport. So we've learned now, we've really come a long way to say that that is not normal. That is not normal brain function. So we've come to recognize concussion much better. And also we've come to realize that there can be significant short-term and long-term effects when these aren't treated seriously and taken seriously.
In order to find answers, and after facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit filed by thousands of former players, the NFL has finally taken a proactive stance in dealing with the concussion issue. Aside from the new protocol, the league has added spotters to identify players who may be concussed, independent neurologists to the sidelines, and even culture changes within the huddle.
I just heard a professional athlete say that they had a concussion. He thought he felt fine, but everybody else around them said, no, you weren't. He just didn't recognize it.
SNY reached out to the NFL for comment and received a statement from Jeff Miller, the NFL Senior Vice President of Health and Safety Policy. He said, the league has no higher priority than the health and safety of its players. We continue to make changes to our game and invest in independent research that will improve the health and safety of players at all levels and across all sports. These include nearly 40 rule changes in the last decade, strict concussion protocols, and better training and sideline medical care. The game is changing, and improving player health and safety will continue to be a priority. According to the NFL's 2015 Health and Safety Report, concussions are down 34% since 2012. And as recently as Wednesday, Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network reported that the league will now impose discipline for violations of medical protocol. But the question remains, where is this all heading?
He throws it to the left sideline, and it's picked off by Revis.
Darrelle Revis is now back on the field playing for the Jets after he missed 2 games with his concussion. But while he's healthy enough to play, the question still remains, will he or any other NFL player who suffered head trauma be healthy enough to live as they would like for the rest of their lives when they're done with football?